What if your body was warning you about a heart attack weeks before it actually happened? Most people believe that heart attacks come suddenly, without any warning at all. One moment everything seems normal, and the next moment a medical emergency begins. But the truth is very different. In many cases, the body begins sending signals long before the heart attack itself occurs. The problem is that these signals are often subtle. They don't feel dramatic or urgent. They can appear as mild discomfort, unusual fatigue, or symptoms that seem completely unrelated to the heart. Because of that, many people ignore them. They assume the symptoms are caused by stress, aging, or everyday health problems. Unfortunately, by the time the real heart attack happens, the warning signs were already there. Heart disease remains the leading cause of death in many countries around the world. In the United States alone, someone experiences a heart attack approximately every 40 seconds. Yet many of those cases could potentially be prevented if the early warning signs were recognized and taken seriously. In this video, we are going to talk about 7 early signs of a heart attack that many people ignore. Understanding these signs could help you recognize when your body may be trying to warn you that something is wrong. Let's begin with the first sign. One of the earliest and most commonly overlooked warning signs of a heart attack is unusual fatigue. This is not the normal tiredness you might feel after a long day or a poor night of sleep. This type of fatigue feels deeper and more persistent. It can appear suddenly without any obvious reason, and it often makes everyday activities feel much more difficult than usual. For example, tasks that once seemed easy may suddenly feel exhausting. Climbing a flight of stairs, carrying groceries, or even doing simple household chores might leave you feeling unusually drained. Some people describe this fatigue as a sudden loss of energy. Others say it feels like their body is constantly tired no matter how much they rest. When the heart begins struggling to pump blood efficiently, the body's organs and muscles receive less oxygen-rich blood. As a result, the body must work harder to maintain normal function, which leads to persistent exhaustion. Many people dismiss this symptom because fatigue is such a common feeling in everyday life. But when extreme fatigue appears suddenly and continues for days or even weeks, it may be a warning sign that the heart is under stress. Another important warning sign is chest discomfort. When people think about heart attacks, they often imagine sudden, severe chest pain. However, early heart-related chest symptoms are not always intense or dramatic. In many cases, the sensation is more subtle. It may feel like pressure, tightness, or a mild burning sensation in the center of the chest. Some people describe it as a heavy weight pressing down on their chest. Others say it feels similar to indigestion or heartburn. This discomfort may appear briefly and then disappear, only to return again later. Because it is not constant or severe, many people ignore it. But recurring chest pressure or tightness should never be dismissed, especially if it occurs during physical activity or emotional stress. Another early warning sign that many people overlook is shortness of breath. You might notice that breathing becomes more difficult during activities that once felt easy. Walking upstairs, exercising, or even performing normal daily tasks may suddenly leave you feeling breathless. Some people also experience shortness of breath while resting or lying down. This happens because when the heart cannot pump blood effectively, fluid can begin to build up in the lungs. This makes it harder for oxygen to circulate through the body, which leads to difficulty breathing. Shortness of breath may occur alongside chest discomfort, but it can also appear on its own. Because of this, people sometimes assume the problem is related to their lungs rather than their heart. However, sudden or unexplained breathlessness should always be taken seriously. Another surprising early sign of heart problems is pain in other parts of the body. Many people are unaware that heart attack symptoms are not always limited to the chest. Pain can spread or radiate to several other areas. Common locations include the left arm, the shoulders, the neck, the jaw, and even the upper back. This happens because the nerves that carry pain signals from the heart connect to the same nerve pathways that serve these areas of the body. As a result, the brain may interpret heart-related pain as discomfort in other places. For example, someone may feel an aching sensation in their left arm, or a tight feeling in their jaw. Others may experience pain between their shoulder blades. Because the pain doesn't seem directly related to the heart, people often ignore it or assume it is caused by muscle strain or posture. However, unexplained pain in these areas, especially when combined with other symptoms like fatigue or chest pressure, may indicate that the heart is struggling. Another commonly ignored warning sign involves digestive symptoms. Some people experience nausea, stomach discomfort, or indigestion before a heart attack occurs. Because these symptoms resemble common digestive issues, they are often mistaken for food poisoning, acid reflux, or stomach problems. However, the heart and digestive system share certain nerve pathways. When the heart is under stress, it can trigger sensations that feel like stomach discomfort. Some people feel nauseous or even begin vomiting. Others may experience a feeling of fullness or burning in the stomach. These symptoms are especially common in women, who sometimes experience heart attack symptoms that differ from the classic chest pain many people expect. If digestive discomfort occurs together with other warning signs like fatigue or breathlessness, it may be related to the heart rather than the stomach. Another early warning sign that often surprises people is sudden sweating. This type of sweating is not related to exercise or heat. Instead, it can appear suddenly and without a clear explanation. Many people describe it as cold sweat. Their skin may feel clammy, and they may suddenly begin sweating even while resting. This reaction occurs because when the heart is under severe stress, the body activates its emergency response system. The nervous system releases stress hormones which can trigger sweating. If unexplained sweating occurs along with symptoms like chest discomfort or nausea, it may indicate that the heart is struggling to maintain normal blood flow. The final early warning sign we will discuss is dizziness or lightheadedness. When the heart cannot pump blood efficiently, the brain may receive less oxygen than it needs. This can cause symptoms such as dizziness, weakness, or feeling faint. Some people describe a sensation of suddenly feeling unstable or disoriented. Others may feel as though they might faint. These symptoms may last only a few moments and then disappear. Because of this, many people ignore them. However, when dizziness appears alongside other symptoms such as fatigue, breathlessness, or chest discomfort, it may indicate that the heart is under strain. One of the most dangerous aspects of heart attacks is that the early warning signs often appear gradually and subtly. People ignore them because they assume the symptoms are caused by everyday problems. They may think they are simply tired, stressed, or experiencing normal signs of aging. Unfortunately, ignoring these warning signs can allow heart damage to progress over time. The earlier a heart problem is identified, the better the chances of preventing serious complications. If you found this information helpful, stay with our channel, because we regularly share simple explanations about health and the warning signs your body may be sending. In the next video, we will talk about another important topic that many people overlook: the everyday habits that slowly damage your heart without you even noticing. Make sure to stay with us so you don't miss it.